Now, where would we be without Hina? Happier? Sadder? Where would we be? Okay. So. Nothing's changed since the last time I played. But it doesn't matter because it's Hina. So I'm gonna take my... beginning shot right here. And let's find a game. I was trying to be real tricky with it. I was gonna make her do a double jump over the, kind of insane, actually. Kind of insane. Yeah, Hina-breaker came out quite some time ago. It really did. And we played it and it was fun. And I still play it because it's still fun. Dev just updates it when he wants. Since then, he's gone on to make that Jun game, which I can't play. But hopefully his next idea for video game is one that is translatable. With relative ease, I should say. I know it's my turn. I know. Give me a second. Give me a second! Shut up! That was almost good. I'm now gonna take a bite out of my cake. I've earned it. This is a big bite. Now, you may think you won, but which one of us has a brownie cake? And which one of us is playing cheer now? Understand the rules of the game. Interesting. So, I don't think you win from this position. I, in fact, don't believe in you for a second. Okay, well now I believe in myself. Good. Never get any higher. This cake is staring at me and I'm staring at it. So, chat. Last time we didn't get to play Hina because I subjected myself to hell on earth. But it's okay because I'm not doing that again. Here's what I learned. Games that are challenging can be fun. Games that are stupid are not fun. Now, what is it exactly that makes those games entertaining to watch? Is watching somebody lose over and over again fun? This is my question. Now you may be thinking to yourself, yes, no, I don't know. Could you repeat the question? Oh, goodbye. But, here's the way I see it. It's hard to play one of those rage games for an audience if your audience doesn't hate you. That's what it feels like. Some streamers get very large to a point where people actually do like watching them completely lose. But also some people, like, when they get angry at a video game, people think it's funny. But some people don't get angry at a video game in a way that is funny. I am one of those people. When I get angry at a video game, I stop talking. That's not fun to watch. It's not fun to play. But I don't have an audience that posts Pepe Giggle every single time I die, or Lamau skill issue. I don't have anything like that. But yeah, I've definitely seen bigger chats where streamer loses an objectively, like, severely difficult thing, and it's just chat berating. But like that, it's not really what this is here. It's not really like that here. So for me, when I play a game that's ball-bustingly difficult, it's just not fun for anyone involved. I'm not enjoying myself, and nobody's enjoying watching it. Well, maybe not nobody, but less people in general. More people rather see me succeed than fail, but I'm not succeeding, because the game is a failure. That's a shame, because it feels like you earned that. And now I can't victory cry. Whatever. Yeah. So, I've played a number of games that are, like, difficult, and again, I don't mind playing hard things, but there are certain games where they're designed to be difficult, and they're rage bait games, you know? They're designed to make people angry, and people get angry, and it's funny and hee hee ha ha, but I just don't think that's the kind of environment that I have in my stream. Sure, some of you motherfuckers hate me, and I hate some of you motherfuckers, but like, it's not really like fun to play a shit game, you know? Like, I Want to Be the Guy is a pretty good example. Those types of games, they're designed to be frustrating and infuriating, and you know, if you're a big reactor, so like, I die, I go every single time I die, and I have a webcam so you can see me pick up my keyboard and throw it across the room, which I've seen. Chat, you ever see that gif of the guy who slams his keyboard and the keys fucking explode like a popcorn kernel? You ever see that gif? There are some people who get very angry and have extremely heated gamer moments. I've had enough heated gamer moments when I was younger. I broke a controller over the Sonic 3 bonus minigame. So, yeah, I've had my heated gamer moments, but I've also learned from them. Fuck Blue Sphere. I hate Blue Sphere. Busted a controller over that shit. And I learned my lesson. I really learned my lesson right then and there. But some people don't. And then they break shit and they never learn from it. Sometimes you have to die to live. Oh, that didn't go the way it was supposed to. Oh. Some things aren't worth getting mad about. Really. That's what it is. Hitting your desk or hitting a wall or something may be cathartic in the split second you do it, but after that you just feel like a mess. You feel like a mess. It feels like it'd be good stress relief. It's never good stress relief. Where is Hina? Oh god, I looked away! I don't know where Hina is. I close my eyes and breathe. I found Hina. I tend to close my eyes and breathe and think about things, and I get overly negative in my mind. And then I tell myself to fuck off. To mix results. I wish I didn't have to tell myself to fuck off, though. I think I'd appreciate it more if I was on my side, you know? Well, I tried. The catharticism to be destructive does not outweigh the financial cost of the thing you break. That's for sure. So instead, I'd rather suffer in silence. Now I can do I can play it up for the camera. I've had times where I raise my voice. I raise my voice over a game, and I get like aggressive, but I'm never really like mad. If I'm actually like pissed off at a game, I stop talking. I just stop talking. Maybe every now and again, I call some bullshit, but even that after a while, just like, cause there's no point in doing it. Calling it bullshit isn't gonna make it better. It's not gonna make the game magically better. So, like, when I just run out of things I want to even say, it makes me wonder why I'm even still playing it at that point. I have simply increased. But like I said, my mind pisses me off sometimes. Makes it hard to do things. But so far, I've been pretty okay at telling myself to, take a long walk off a short pier. But not actually, because, telling myself that is bad implications. And then I think about a character like Koichi. What do you think goes on in Koichi's head? Huh? Well, that's good. That was a good turn. Of course, she has an intrusive thought, she acts upon it. Oh, that's Kring. Oh, that's Kring, dude. I'm blocked by the sushi. I don't know how to hit her out of the spot. Yeah, you see, that's what I was afraid of. Oh no. Okay. So yeah, it's just one of those things, Chad, that I feel like you kind of have to. You don't have to per se, but I do think it's one of those things that, like, after you truly like damage something and are forced to come face to face with the consequences of your own actions, that you start to improve your behavior. You shouldn't be playing a video game if it makes you break things that you own. You shouldn't be doing that at that point. That was a shitty maneuver. You ever watch those, chat, you ever watch video game cringe compilations? You know the ones, right? I can't watch those. They make me feel bad. Like, the secondhand embarrassment I get is way too insane. Way too insane. Like, they have these, like, top 10 cringiest moments in speedrunning. Or top 10 saltiest moments in Smash Brothers. I'm just like, I don't want to see these because these are just like... I'm just identifying with the crowd who's like sitting there in the room watching this grown-ass man like throw a tantrum over Smash Brothers. And I just think to myself, holy shit, man, dude, like... I don't want to be that. I really don't want to be that. I've had my moments, though. I'm not perfect. That's why I said, usually I just sit in silence. I brood in silence, and I bottle it up. The most healthy way to deal with your anger. Bottling it up. But I think it's a hell of a lot better than fucking exploding in a public venue. A cringe compilation is scarier than any horror movie has ever been. I think what's even scarier about them is that the scariest thing about the cringe compilation is when you see returning stars. Watching imagine being a person who does enough shit that they can have entire videos dedicated to just them being angry or awkward. That's embarrassing. You get a whole fucking, like, dedicated to you. Whole video dedicated to you. But then, like, this type of behavior generates reaction from people for some reason. Like, people eat that shit up. They want to watch this guy, like, explode into a temper tantrum and then go Pepe giggle about it. And it's like, that's kind of sad. I don't know, man. That's just kind of sad. I don't like that idea at all. I wouldn't want to watch somebody because they're bad. That's like people like Darkside Phil, right? They're not very well known for being good at video games, but people watch them because they're shit. But it's so weird. They're only there because they want to watch this guy, like, get angry. Same with Aaron Hansen. And Game Grumps. People love to give him shit for never reading tutorials and complaining about games not telling him how to play. But then they go back and watch him anyway, just so they can watch him do that, and then they can complain about it. If you're gonna complain about it, why watch him? He's clearly pissing you off, but you keep going back for it. That's called an addiction, dude. I would love to be able to win from this position, but I don't think it's possible. He almost one-turned me, and by all rights he should have. I should not have won that. I shouldn't have won that. I lost, but I did my best, so I have no regrets. Yo, Soup Chimbo? Undeserved win? Yeah, fuck you. I deserve all of my wins. I've been playing this game for years. I'm a certified Hina master. Wow, that was bad. Centrifuge. That's a nice word you googled there. Why would you do it too? Did you not learn from my mistake? We're doing it. I think some people watch certain Twitch streamers because they treat them like punching bags. Like they think they can just go to a stream and like laugh at the jester man. And it's like, haha, look at this clown, I'm so much better than him. Here's $5, clown man, do a little dance for me. Meanwhile, streamer man is like a fucking making 6 figures off people like you. I did a good job today. That's half the top streamers? No, I know. Why do you think people watch them? Some people are there for a sense of community that you find for smaller streams, and some people just watch the biggest guy and then they act like absolute assholes because they need some kind of outlet for their inferiority. It's weird. It's really weird. It feels like the bigger the streamer, the less the stream actually likes him. But that's only if the chat is like moving at a massive pace. There are definitely streams where the viewership is high, but the chat speed is actually quite slow, and those are fine-ish. Vinny's kind of an interesting one because Vinny is like a huge chat, but like it actually feels like the majority of Vinny's chat actually likes him. But then if you've watched any other like big Twitch streamer, it's a mess. It's usually just a mess of emote spam, shit talking, omega lol whenever anything remotely bad happens to the streamer. All kinds of things. I don't know what he just did, but it didn't work. Well, guess I'll win now. Oh, I get the Hina March. And a BB ×4. Those chats are usually unmoderated. They just have a bot that sometimes kills you, but the bot can't like process every single message, so some of them get picked out and killed. But for the most part, I don't really know how mods really work for bigger streams at all. It seems just impossible. So why bother caring? If anything, they're just there to run gambas. That's all that mods are for. You don't need them necessarily to delete messages or anything like that. They're just there because they can create gambas, which is chat engagement. Everybody loves gamba. That's all you gotta do. If somebody's gonna get timed out, then I'll do it. Always have, anyway. I'm dead. Squirtle. I'm in pain! Oh, there goes the propane tank. And Hina. Okay. Well, I'll be damned. 350 participation points. And goodbye. You can't even really, like, talk in a big stream. Although, I will say, I do find it funny when the stream spam, like, emotes that are, like, relevant to the actual, the moment. I always enjoy, you know, one of Vinny's more recent memes is usually the pain goblin is just for pain, but now it's accompanied by the sentence, "Hey there, champ," because of the time he spent on the Mario Brothers creepypasta game. So now whenever Vinny is in a spiral of losing and retrying, his chat just spams, "Hey there, champ." And I think that's funny. I think that's funny, personally. Well-timed emote spam is great. It adds to the whole experience. But like, Chad, I can't say I've ever actually watched a stream that averages higher than, like, Vinny. Vinny's, like, the biggest streamer I watch. I guess Jerma. Every now and again when I watch Jerma, he does have, like, a huge audience, but his chat goes a mile a minute as well, and his chat seems just unprocessable, like, straight up. I can't understand his chat at all. And again, Jerma's kind of a unique individual anyway. He's a very unique person. There's not much you can do about the size of the chat, though. If more people talk, more people talk. Wow. No control over that. Chaz completely ignored slow mode and watched over by mods. I mean, at that, they're not even, like, huh. I mean, if the streamers aren't even interacting with chat, what's the point of moderating it? Just turn it off at that point. Like a pain in the ass. The whole point of Twitch, in my opinion, is the live interaction that you get, that you can't get from pre-records on YouTube. Wild play. So doing things on Twitch, yeah, there's a live setting to it, sure. But if you're not actually engaging in like real time with the chat, then I guess I just don't really see the point of it being a Twitch stream. I've always been more partial to Twitch than YouTube personally since discovering Twitch because I like the idea of something happening live. So I don't know the result. Nobody knows the result. It's happening real time. Whereas you can watch a video and you can like infer how it goes based on, you know, the runtime or like the views or even the comments. But when it's real time, you could just witness fucking magic happen and be like, I was here, puggies. So I like the real time aspect of streaming a lot. That's why I prefer it. It's a lot easier for me to catch a stream than want to watch a VOD of it, and I don't really know why. Like, I don't have particular interest in the VOD, but I'll watch it while it's live. It's very strange. Couldn't tell you why that is. There are some games that are probably better for editing. Like, Boshi's actually a good example here. Boshi is the kind of game that would benefit greatly from YouTube watching because you could edit it down. And you could pretty much guarantee that if the video's been uploaded, then whatever they're dying to, they will finish. And it will be edited in a way that deaths will be shown, but you won't spend the whole attempt waiting for them to just die, like it happened with me. We have to wait 24 seconds to reach Supersonic, and then we die to the first attack. But we had to wait 24 seconds to get to that point each time. That can be cut out entirely and save everybody time in a YouTube video. So those types of games work better for an edited version, for sure. I've already talked about Freddy before. Freddy is similar. Oh yeah, that fight is really bad. Sonic's homing makes virtually no sense at all. It's seemingly inconsistent. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and the bombs that Eggman throws are just unneeded. So the attack lasts for way too long. It's just genuinely not fun. It's very poorly thought out, very poorly designed. But like I said, there's no reason to get mad at it because that's exactly what the game is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a bullshit game. So getting mad at it is a complete waste of time. But it is. It is exceedingly obvious that that boss fight is not well designed. You know what they say about ironic shitposts, chat? Ironic shitposts are still shitposts. Well, guess what? Ironic shit game design is still shit game design. Can't stop that, no matter how hard you try. This is not a fun boss fight. And it's really just that attack. The rest of Sonic is still annoying, but is fine. But the 24-second quote-unquote homing attack is just pure nonsense. It's just nonsense. It's not really engaging or fun. There's a weird amount of trial and error that doesn't feel consistent. It's just a waste of 3 hours. Yeah, well, the entire difficulty of the fight hinges on one single attack. It probably means that attack is a problem. I don't know why, but when I consume alcohol, I shake like Hina-chan. Like, holy fuck. Just full on fucking vibrator. Just to get it down me. Aw, man. That's a shame. That is a shame. I've lost my Hina rank again. I want it shaken, not shed. Oh, I don't like this stage. Actually, this isn't the stage I'm thinking of. Ah, it might be, actually. Surprised that worked. I didn't have confidence in that, but I did it because I didn't see any other move. Next bout. Now remember, chat, I played I Want to Be the Shrine Maiden, and that game was objectively bad. In like every conceivable way. All those I Want to Be the type games are bad in their own way, but they have quite a following to them. Some people really like them. I think they're fun to watch. Watching people play them and be good at them is great. Playing them myself, not as much. What are we doing here? Well, there's your win, brother. It's yours, my friend. Oh my god, you Cherno players are the funniest motherfuckers on the planet. It's like you guys are, like, engineered to lose. It's so consistent with you motherfuckers, too. That's the crazy part. Every single one of you Cherno players always end up, like, losing situations like that. More often than you end up winning them. It doesn't make any sense. Why are you so good at that? It took forever to click OK. It happens so often. It's insane. And that is a fucking third one flying around here. I got 3 of you Cherno players. 3 of you. And every single one of you has lost to your own freeze bullshit. That guy's played like maybe 30 matches total and he's lost to his own freeze bullshit already. No wonder nobody plays that character. She's her own worst matchup. She's literally playing against herself. She's got 3 opponents. That's a funny spot. You wouldn't get it? No, I wouldn't. When I put the gem down, I also get to play against myself. That didn't do anything! This is it. Easy clap. Yo, his hand was on the emote trigger so fast. He knew. He simply knew the outcome. How fucking dare you? Who do you think you are? Literally my skin. Of course, we got the world's worst stage ever. Man. This is my skin. It is! Alright, Hina, time to fly. I missed her. If you hit her just right, you can make her do a flip over the conveyor belt. Like that, but I got hit by the sushi. That does count as a ring out. Oh, you gotta hit her bottom. No, too low. Hina's fucking rich. Wow, dude. Fuck, I missed. That coin costs 45 and then it costs 0. That's crazy. Not my fault. I played to win and my opponent just played. My brownie cake has been defeated. Wow. I wonder where Hina is. Okay. If only I could see what just happened. But I won. Motherfucker. Ah. I have finished my cake. And I am back. I'm back. Hail to the king and all that, you know. Chat, who was that Sonic character? He looked like Manic. he was in the comics only. He looked like Manic from Sonic Underground. And he wore like a leather jacket. What was his name? I'm sure somebody knows. Was he a good guy? Scourge? Was that his name? Was he a good guy or a bad guy? What a great endeavor that was. He was bad. He was super evil. He stole Tails' girlfriend? What, the one he planted in a fucking pot? Scourge. I guess with a name like that, you'd expect him to be bad. Okay, what was his damage? Why was he so mean? Did he just, like, come out of the womb being an asshole, or did he have a traumatic past? Uh-oh. Here's my alternate universe, alright? Alright, let's hear it. Okay, so we have Sonic, right? Yes, I hear you. Alright, okay, you're with me? Now, what if Sonic, but bad? He was like Alt Sonic and absorbed the energy from the Master Emerald, and that's why he's green. Okay, but why is he evil? Why is he evil? Oh. He became a try-hard bad guy, which makes him pretty fun. Yeah, but why did he become a bad guy? What reason does Sonic have to become a bad guy? Do you remember in Sonic X when the robots in Season 3, like, kidnapped Chris and Cosmos, and Sonic turned into Dark Sonic for, like, 15 seconds? Whoa, Jesus, Hina. And they had to tell him to calm down. And then it never came up again. Do you remember that? 2 Kinas! He's from a world where Eggman is a good boy. Oh, you mean Dr. Ivo Kintobar? I'm not looking. So there's just an alternate universe where Eggman is good and Sonic is evil. But that doesn't make any sense because aren't they good and evil by the circumstances of their life? I hate when they get these lazy ass things where it's just like, okay, yeah, this guy's good because I said so, and this guy's bad because I said so. And here's an alternate universe where the reverse is true. But what changed in their life to result in this, right? What changed in their life to result in this behavior? Like, you know Goku? When Goku woke up, he was a shithead, and he hit his head and lost his memory. And then he, like, mellowed out because he's no longer remembered what he was. So it's like, what happened to Scourge that was different from what happened to Sonic? Did anything happen to Sonic? Sonic seems like a pretty chill guy. But what if circumstance was different? I guess that's the question, isn't it? Meow. Different decisions in life. Yeah, but what are they? You ever stop and think about what makes certain characters good and bad other than because we said so? Pikachu, and it looks like Chen. Like, have you ever thought of that, chat? Like, why is Mario the good guy? Why does he go out and stop Bowser's? You ever think of that? Cause, like, did he have like when he was born, he just have good parents that taught him the difference between right and wrong? What if he had no parents? Like, what is my deep character background? Well, here we are now in Funland. Oh, great. It was Destiny. Did you play Yoshi's Island streamer? Yes, I did. I did play that, but it's still really like... They say that nobody is born good or evil, right? Is that true? Nobody's born good or evil. They simply become the way they are by the circumstances around them. At least with Pokemon, that's what it is. Pokemon cannot inherently be evil. They just have, they have bad trainers. They're evil by proxy, which just makes perfect sense when you think about all the asshole Pokemon that show up in the anime, of course. Okay, Hina, could you stop playing games? Yeah, Malamar is pure fucking evil. And he doesn't have a trainer. Well, we found the real Hina. Okay. Okay. Goku is pure of heart because he literally forgot how to be evil. And then he was raised by Gohan, who was a good man. He was raised to be a good man. And as a result, Goku is a very good man. It's that simple. He's an innocent kid. He had no exposure to evil. He's also bulletproof because he said because Toriyama said so. He got shot in the head by Bulma. He's just like, ow, the fuck. Well, Superman always has these stories, right? Superman always has these stories like, what if Superman but bad? And it's like, oh, okay, so we killed somebody that Superman loves. And now he's like a fucking total control freak and like, you know, flaunting his power as like behave or die. But otherwise Superman is just like, man, I'm gonna be oh god. I'm gonna be a good guy because I'm gonna be a good guy. Don't you prefer it when your characters have a reason for what they are? Now think of Avatar. Avatar's a good one. So Avatar's characters, like Sokka and Katara, they have reasons for wanting to find the Avatar, right? You know, they have good reasons, but reasons that do benefit them. Aang is the last of his kind, and you know, he has his reasons as well, but more so focusing on Zuko. Redeemed villains. As we watch Zuko go through all of his like story through the series of Avatar, he changes as a character and he goes from a bad guy to a good guy, and like we can see what it was that influenced him on his journey to make him like turn him to that. And that's kind of what makes Zuko such a good character, is you can watch him change for the better. He doesn't just inherently, he's not even inherently like a bad guy either, because Zuko is just, he's the son of the reigning Fire Lord, and his sister is the overachiever, where Zuko just kind of like doesn't get anything, so he's just eager to prove himself to his father. So sure, he's still like a bad guy, but his circumstances are kind of what put him in this situation. But as through his journey, he grows as a character and becomes his own person, regardless of who he is and his where he is in the world, being, you know, son of the Fire Lord and the less talented child. But he becomes his own man through the help of Iroh and his journey. And as a result, he changes course and he becomes one of the good guys. But like everything that Zuko does, everything that Zuko believes by the end of the series, it all makes sense because you watch it all unfold. And as a result, he's a really great character because you've seen everything. Everything that's happened to Zuko in his life, the audience has now seen. They've experienced it alongside him. And they can understand his motivations throughout the entire course of the series. But for most good guy characters, they're usually just good because we need a good guy, right? That's how it feels. Now you can still root for the good guy, but oftentimes it feels like people like the villains more because the villains are more interesting as characters. Because usually the villains have reasons for why they're bad. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes a villain is just an asshole because they're an asshole. But it's not as frequent as the good guy being the good guy because he's the good guy, right? Even then, like, the villains having, like, sympathetic backstories for their actions? Villains have sympathetic backstories for their actions. But sometimes they're so over the top that you just kind of prefer if they were just evil. Like, chat, who is the most just, like, evil motherfucker for no reason than because evil? Yeah, I'm playing today on Monday. I usually play on Saturday, so there might be people I don't see. Just Saturday was a bust. This game is very fun. I just like playing it to unwind. But no, like, chat, does the Joker have a tragic backstory, or is he just hee hee ha ha? Frieza? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Frieza ever received a backstory. I think he's just a spoiled brat. His father is like a conqueror, and he just grew up and was basically told he can do that too, and so he just did that. So his circumstances were like that, but he is certainly kind of a prick. Yeah, this being evil for the sake of being evil is fine. Joker gets backstory sometimes. Now I know there's the whole you know, the movie that came out a couple of years ago. That came out. I know that much. But I'm just thinking, like, sometimes villain motivations are tied in, like, places that you can sympathize, but you're told that the way they go about it is wrong. Is Dio's backstory all that tragic? Kind of? Actually? So, okay, so Dio's father is a pathetic man. Absolutely pathetic human being. And I'm pretty sure he drove Dio's mother to suicide. And one day, Dio's father came across a ruined carriage, which happened to be Jonathan's carriage with his wife. And while he was busy looting the thing, Jonathan's father regained consciousness and thought that he had come to save him. So he got in good with the family. And then on his deathbed, he told Dio to go, like, join the Jonathans. Or the Joestars, sorry. I don't keep calling Jonathans. Join the Joestars. And so he joins the Joestars, and Dio is Omega asshole. But, like, Dio's family situation was pretty bad. Thing is, there's not much else to Dio's backstory other than the fact that his father was a piece of shit. But there's still the fact that Dio himself put Jonathan's dog in a furnace, which was not cool. That's really not cool. That's not cool either. So I wouldn't say that his backstory is tragic, but I wouldn't say he's not the kind of character, like, he's not serial killer level backstory where, oh, his family is perfectly fine, but one day he hit a squirrel with a stick and it twitched and he looked at it and was like, whoa. And then he wanted to go hit more squirrels because that's right there is actual serial killer behavior. Like, I'm pretty sure Michael Myers is like that, isn't he? Kid just killed an animal and he was like, whoa. But like his family was fine, I think. I don't know much about Halloween. Part 1 of the anime cut off a lot of stuff with the manga. Well, that makes sense because part 1 is notoriously boring. And it just sets the stage for more stuff. And also, season 1 of JoJo's has to split between part 1 and part 2. So it's not surprising they cut a lot of the lead up into the actual fighting because early Phantom Menace chat, or I guess Phantom Pain, early Phantom Pain is boring. I'm sorry. If I was going to rewatch JoJo's, I would probably start from... That's tragic. I would probably start from when they actually go on their quest to find Dio in part 1. Or just in part 2. I don't want to watch the whole young Jonathan arc again. I've watched it once. I'm content with that. See, yeah, Bowser's evil. Bowser's a villain, but Bowser's also not a bad guy. Bowser is a good father. He's a good father, and he's had his moments in different games where he's been a stand-up guy, even though he is a villain. His minions respect him, and he's like, you know, he's a good dude in a lot of places, but he's still like a villain. But he's one of the best dads in video game history. It's funny. He enabled parental controls on Bowser Jr.'s Switch. Yeah, Bowser's also worked with Mario and Luigi as well. Ganon's pretty evil. Ganon is in fact pretty evil. I don't know what Ganon's deal is though. Ganon is like the legendary male born once every 100 years in the Gerudo people. And I guess he just kind of was given the Triforce of Power. And he was like, man, fuck ruling the desert. I want to rule the world. Like, he just had greater ambition. But I don't think there was anything, like, wrong with his upbringing. If anything, he was the Gerudo king. Like, he was set for life, but he just wanted more. So he's genuinely just evil. Power hungry. Driven to more by none other than his own lust for power. No one coerced him. Unless you count the fact that he has the Triforce of Power for some reason, because there's not really any descriptive reason why he has that. Even in Twilight Princess, the way they talk about it, it's like as if by some divine prank by the gods, he had been blessed with the power of the Triforce. So like, Ganon himself didn't take it. He just kind of had it. Unless he took it after Ocarina of Time, because I'm pretty sure Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess comes right after it. Because Ganon gets put to execution because Link goes back in time and warns Zelda, and they put him to death. Because there's also the Hero Shade, which is confirmed to be the Ocarina of Time Link, right? Ganondorf is the reincarnation of Demise, yes. The Demon King Demise perpetuates a cycle of hatred and blood with him and the hero of the heroes and the goddess, which is Zelda, Ganon, and Link. So yes, I guess if you want to think about it like that, because it's the reincarnation of the Demon King, he's always going to have that situation to him. But Skyward Sword came out so much later, right? That's like an explanation after the fact. Wow. I think in Wind Waker he explains... In Wind Waker he explains that he was jealous of Hyrule. Something like that. Like, I guess he just didn't like his land and he wanted more. Like, he wanted what he didn't have. And it drove him on his conquest. But ultimately, I don't think there's anything Ganondorf has ever done that makes him feel like, you know, like nothing really happened to him that would sympathize with his goals. He's just kind of like, he reminds me of Fire Emblem in a sense. There's a number of Fire Emblem like endgame like boss battles, you know, usually those guys who are just assholes because like Fates has Garen. Garen is the king of Nor and he's an asshole. And then you find out the reason he's an asshole is because he got controlled by the Gloop Gloop dragon and turned him into a fucking Gloop monster. But before that, he was a kind man. But then you have a character like, what's his name? Leon, I think his name is, or Lion? Lyon. He's the old friend of Erica and Ephraim, and he gets possessed by a demon or something like that. And he becomes a tragic villain because demons. But then I think there are some characters like, what's his name? I guess Valbar from Awakening, just because I remember his name. He's just he's just a bad dude. He just wants to bring Grima back because he wants to bring Grima back. There's no reason for him to want to bring Grima back other than that he wants to bring Grima back. So there's a couple characters in Fire Emblem who are just evil for being evil. I think Ashnard is one of them as well in Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn, whatever what it is. Yeah, Valadar, Valbar, what, you know who I meant. You know who I meant. Point is, they're like, sometimes the situation calls for a character who just needs to be the antagonist. And sometimes the antagonist is a character who could have not been an antagonist had things been different for them. Kefka, I'm pretty sure Kefka was a part of inhumane experiments that, like, fucked him up permanently. But I don't know anything about Final Fantasy VI. All I know is that he's a clown that ascended to godhood. And he laughs like a bad creepypasta. I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Uh-oh. Leon is jealous of the relation of Erica and Ephraim. You know, if we could just go 5 seconds without Japan making familial relationships weird, that would be so poggers. That would be so poggers. Do you have any idea how annoying it is when your favorite character has a sibling? I'm sure you do. Go hold somebody else's hand. Fuck off with that. Oh, you wish? What do you mean, you wish? Oh, she wasn't on the tree. Oh, well. Huh. Chat, have you ever seen a villain in a video game that you were annoyed when they tried to present them as sympathetic? What about Shadow? What about Shadow? Shadow the Hedgehog. He pops out. He's a bad guy. Why is he a bad guy? Because the government killed his girlfriend. You know what? I get that. But then he realizes that even in her last moments, she never wished for revenge. And he acknowledges that, and he tries to become a better person, which I can respect. He misunderstood Maria, and as a result, you know, he wanted revenge for her, but then she didn't want him to seek revenge for her sake, and he was like, you're right. What do you mean, huh? What do you mean, huh? That's literally the whole point. That's literally the entire character of Shadow, is he wants revenge on humans because they killed Maria. So that's why he tells Eggman about the fucking cannon. What the fuck? Holy shit. This Komachi is melting. Right. Yeah, that's what I said. But then he has the flashbacks when she sends him down to Earth. And she tells him not to take revenge. And he's like, yeah, and then he fights the Bio-Lizard. Leave this one to me. And then he proceeds to get his ass kicked by an annoying fucking boss. Like, god damn it, Shadow. You know, that cutscene makes no sense. Because in that cutscene, it's like she sends him down in the capsule and he's okay. But then in Shadow the Hedgehog, there's a cutscene where Shadow is running with Maria. And they get dead-ended. And then Maria turns around and the gun soldier just points a gun. And it plays the stock gun sound effect. Like, that's where she died. But that doesn't make any sense because then how could she have dropped him down the capsule? Which triggered his whole good guy arc anyway. Shadow the Hedgehog is full of so many issues that make no fucking sense. Yeah, but the game is cock. What? Is it a good thing? Brother, you almost lost that. I don't care that you won. You almost lost. That's worse than winning. Yeah, he must have missed. I don't even understand why Gunn sent all those soldiers up to the space colony and gunned everyone down anyway. Like, what was the whole point of that? Yeah, I know, Gerald fucking colluded with an alien creature and created Shadow the Hedgehog using black creature DNA or whatever the fuck they're funneling. But why did they go up to the Ark in the first place and like kill Maria, and then arrest Gerald and put him on death row. Okay. What makes you think me calling it cock is a good thing, streamer? Because you put the cool emoji, you dumbass. You think people, when you use an emote, it indicates a certain behavior, and when you put a thumbs up next to it, that means good. And before you say it's an ironic thumbs up, I can't tell irony in emotes because there's no ironic emote. You want an ironic version of the emote? Fucking wiggle it. Wiggle the goddamn emote everywhere. Make it go warbly, like Bochi. I don't understand that either. So, the gun general dude thinks that Shadow is killed Maria. And he's like, Maria and I used to play when I was younger. But, how does he not know that the government, shot Maria? How does he not know? He's in a pretty influential position. How does he not fucking know? Why is he mad at Shadow? Because the government killed Maria. Kinda cringe, dude. Shadow the Hedgehog is not a good game. It's full of many contrivances and stupidities. Not good. Funny game, though. I'll give you that. Very funny game. Made me laugh a billion times. Yeah, the president has a photo of Sonic and Shadow on his desk when they saved the world, which doesn't make any sense because when Shadow saved the world, he fell to Earth. He fell to Earth as a fucking asteroid. Like, he caught on fire. Like, he died, but he didn't die. But the only way that photo makes sense is if it was taken after they had saved the world, because prior to that point, there was no situation where those two were together. When was that photo taken? It doesn't work. You know what that reminds me of, though, chat? There was a video I watched explaining why the DBZ movies can't be canon, and it explained the reason for that is because they all happen in intervals that don't make sense. Like the fact that the Dead Zone movie takes place at the literal exact time that Raditz shows up on Earth, so it doesn't work. Like both events can't happen at the same time. However, there's a surprising amount of continuity within the movies themselves, even though almost every single movie can't actually happen in main universe. There's one movie that can, and that's BoJack. That's the only movie that seems to be okay enough that it could happen in the main universe. But otherwise, the movies are just their own alternate universe, which is just annoying. Yeah. The Janinba movie is cool, because the Janinba movie can actually work if you don't show anything happening on Earth. And Boo's Fury actually did do that. There's a whole chapter dedicated to going back to Otherworld as Goku and finding that jelly beans everywhere. So you go down to HFIL to find Vegeta, and you deal with the issue, which is Janinba, and you get access to Gogeta there. But because that entire chapter focuses only on HFIL, it can actually have happened in the time frame. It can actually happen in the time frame of the Buu Saga because you can't see what's going on Earth. You can just assume. But because that movie shows what's happening down on Earth, it doesn't work. I've never even properly seen any of the Dragon Ball Z movies, but I know some of the characters. I played a lot of Boo's Fury, 100%ed it. Got all the Hercule exhibits and the Z Fighter exhibits. And I unlocked the Gogeta Fusion. Got everybody the max level. It was just, great. Legacy of Goku I was never good at, though. I borrowed that one from a friend in, grade 4. But Boo's Fury, Christian got it, and it came with Dragon Ball GT Transformation, which was a side-scroller beat-em-up game for GT based on the first arc. All the One Piece movies are non-canon, but the characters in them still exist in the world. I imagine the Conan movies are similar. Conan's actually interesting for that because Conan has a lot of filler episodes. But there's one specific character who was being used in filler that got so popular that the writer actually just like introduced him into the main story. And they started creating canon episodes with that character. There's Detective Takashi. He was originally a filler character and he got popular. Kaiba was actually similar. Like, we all know Seto Kaiba. He is a very, very well-known antagonist. But, like, Kaiba didn't really shoot up in his role until more people wanted him. Like, request for Kaiba was high, and as a result, he got more screen time. And then he kept coming back, and he became one of the most well-known characters. Like, him and Yugi are, like, tied as the face of Duel Monsters. Like, that's how big Kaiba became. People loved Kaiba. But originally, Kaiba was just, like, he wasn't originally intended to be that character. He just got so much more added to him because the people demanded more Kaiba. And that's cool. I like how with ongoing manga, you can kind of see aspects like that. You can see feedback from viewers on certain characters. And, like, whether or not they like them, and then you can kind of like, oh, people like this character, I'll do more for this character. They don't like this character, maybe we'll tone it back a bit for this character. Chat, have you ever seen have you ever watched a show or read a manga where a certain character was like kind of prominent and then they just magically like disappeared? Yeah, the Virtual World arc was created for the anime to allow the manga to, like, catch up, essentially. The whole Noah shit was all based on Kaiba. But that was all anime exclusive stuff. Yes, give me an example. I'm genuinely curious. Because the only example I can think of was Hey Arnold. Where Hey Arnold had a notorious episode where its message wasn't really good. Like, it was a character who got some screen time for a little bit, and Arnold, like, the episode is Arnold sees him in, like, fuzzy pajamas, and he says he promises he won't tell anybody, and then it slips out at school, and then he wants revenge on Arnold, and tells Arnold he has to walk through town with fuzzy bunny pajamas, and Arnold does it, he becomes a laughingstock, and then they just hate each other. And that episode was very not popular. And after that episode, the character in question just kind of dipped into being a background character for the rest of the runtime for the series. So that episode, like, killed that character. Can't think of one, really. No, I can't think of one either, is the thing. I can't really think of any examples of a character being prominent and then just disappearing. However, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, sometimes the characters' cards change around based on things. Like, for example, Firewall Dragon, the main boss monster of the Link's protagonist. Well, that card got banned after it hung on for a long period of time because too new. And then finally the card got banned. So at that point, the main character kind of stopped using Firewall Dragon. He started using Access Code Talker instead of his main boss monster. I'd say it's similar to like Neos, the Neos patients and stuff, but it's not like the heroes fell off or anything. But Jaden using different cards was cool. But in this guy's case, Firewall Dragon was a card that was pretty infamous. And it avoided being banned multiple times because they really didn't want to ban their new toys. That's why Summon Sorceress also was allowed to play for so long, because they were new and they wanted people to learn the mechanic, because XCs were not well received and nobody wanted to play them. Nobody wanted to play them. So then they decided the next ones, the next batch of gimmick would be overtuned to shit so people would actually play it. And then they would be reasoned out later once people get used to the mechanic. Yeah, the Wii U services die today. Wii U's servers are going down today. So all the Wii U games... Well, Pretendo exists. Pretendo exists. Pretendo is trying to archive so much of the Wii U's like online legacy right now. I think they're archiving like every single Mario Maker level. Because once the servers go down, unless you have them saved, those levels are going to disappear to the ether. It's kind of crazy. You get a lot of cards dedicated to your archetype when you have a main character who specializes in them. I cannot believe what just happened. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that Hina didn't really move. Yeah. I was correct in assuming. Man, oh man. Anyway, what was I talking about, chat? What was I talking about before I tangented into Yu-Gi-Oh? I was talking about ban cards and changes in the anime, yeah. So, I can't think of an anime that really does it. Because I feel like most anime that I watch, I don't really watch Shonen Jump stuff, but if there was any series that was gonna do that with characters, Shonen Jump would be the main one I would think of, because again, Shonen Jump is like longest ongoing series. But most of the stuff I watch nowadays are like their own mangas or their own light novels, and they're not like super, they're not super, what's the word I'm looking for here? You know what I mean? I'm thinking things like Dragon Ball, you know, stuff like that. There were rumors and stuff about Toriyama wanting to make Gohan the main character. I've heard so many different things about that though. Like, oh yeah, Gohan main character now, or oh no, actually Gohan was never meant to be the main character. That's lies. We're back on this stage again. I don't even know the truth at all on that subject. Great. Why did she even, what? She went down after the fact, like she forgot she was supposed to do that. Fly. I have no idea. Either way, Goku said he didn't want to come back to the Earth, and then later in the Buu Saga, Goku had to come back to the Earth, and so Goku is back on Earth. So, here you are, Goku. But the Buu Saga is also extremely silly. That was an insane movement. Hey, it's me, Goku. Okay, chat. Here's an example of a series that pivoted. Do you know any examples like this? So, Yu Yu Hakusho. That series is very well regarded. Apparently, that series was actually in danger of wrapping up because I don't know exactly what its original premise was meant to be, but it was not doing well and it was gonna get wrapped up. And I guess in a last-ditch effort, the author just, whoa, fucking Roomba just do flips! In a last-ditch effort to save it, he converted it into a battle manga. And it became very, very popular. Because the first couple episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho, he dies, and he's like, I don't even know what the plot exactly was, but then he gets access to the gun, the spirit gun, and he starts fighting people. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a mystery manga, but it just wasn't doing anything. And so they converted it into a battle manga, and it did really, really well, and it saved the series. Kinnikuman is neat, because Kinnikuman I don't believe was in any danger of cancellation, but Kinnikuman went from like a parody show to a proper like wrestling show. Because actually watching original Kinnikuman, it's like superhero parody and it's not very funny. I'm sorry to say. I like Kinnikuman, But before Kinnikuman gets to the wrestling, it is so boring. It is so fucking hard to watch. I was there for the wrestling, the power of friendship wrestling, and when I got there, I was hyped. But before that, Kinnikuman just pissed me off because he's just a fucking obnoxious piece of shit. But when he starts wrestling, oh man. He got that, he got Gyudon really popular, he did. They speedran Yusuke getting his body back and did battle manga stuff. Mangas that changed genre midway through and did it successfully. Do you still have that article? Or do you still remember it? Because I'd like to know more examples of that. For sure. I can't say I've ever watched a series that made me feel like it was going one way and then completely turned to another. But yeah, I do know that when things start looking grim, there's usually an attempt to salvage it by changing the genre. And Yu Yu Hakusho is the main one I think of because that one was in danger of cancellation pretty early on, and it turned it around and saved it, and it became a cult classic. I guess Dragon Ball is kind of the same way, isn't it? Dragon Ball was more so about like just Goku's adventure, right? To get the Dragon Balls. But then turns out Master Roshi is the world's greatest martial artist, and now he's training Goku to fight, and now it's a battle manga. But again, I don't think that Dragon Ball was in any danger of cancellation or anything. But Dragon Ball, if you've seen original Dragon Ball, then yeah, Goku's a strong boy, sure, but he's not like trained. But then after a certain point, after the first encounter with the Great Ape and whatnot, he does end up training with Roshi. And from there, Dragon Ball's premise is like set eternally. It's all about high power models and extreme muscle volume. Why does alcohol make me sneeze? I don't get it. Found it? Give me some examples. I'm curious on this subject. Ugh. Loud waterfall. People like fights and action. Toriyama wanted to age Goku, but his editor didn't want to. Toriyama threatened stopping the series if he couldn't. Damn, really? See, that's funny because we all know the story of, wow. We all know the story of the Cell Saga editor, right? The reason why, the Cell Saga has, like, 5 different antagonists to it is because every time Toriyama would write for it, his editor would give him shit and make him change it. Also, Chad, I didn't realize that Lavos and Cell are like the same guy. Like Lavos and Cell look exactly the same. Maybe not one-to-one, but there are many aspects shared between those two. It's crazy. I heard that Toriyama really hated Cell. Not like he did hate the character, but he hated doing all the spots on him because it was fucking annoying. Yeah, the Cell Saga was originally well, it's called the Android Saga because they're all androids, but most people tend to call it the Cell Saga. But originally it was 19 and 20, and then it turned into 18 and 17, and then it turned to Cell the Bugman, and then it turned into Cell the Bugman Form 2, and then it turned into Perfect Cell the Handsome Bugman. And then from there, you know. But the Cell Saga is so involved, and the reason for that is because every time Toriyama brought it to his editor was like, "The fuck are you doing?" He was real for that. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. And I think most people can say that because they've seen what happens when Toriyama is allowed to run free in the Buu Saga. Now, I'm not saying the Buu Saga is bad at all, but I am saying the Buu Saga is very strange. Piccolo literally asks, like, he asks Buu to wait for Gogeta, or not Gogeta, Gotenks, and he quite literally, like, tells Boo to go, like, kill time on Earth. Like, he's pretty much sacrificing the people of Earth to buy time, which is like, Piccolo in the Boo Saga is a scared little baby the entire time. He has absolutely no backbone, and it's really depressing for Piccolo fans. Like, Piccolo's always had confidence. When he goes up against the Saiyans, when he goes up against Frieza, when he goes up against Cell, when he goes up against 17, he's confident he can win. In the entirety of the Boo Saga, there's not a single opponent that Piccolo gets into a fight with that he is confident he can win. Oh god, this guy looks like the Grand Kai. I quit. I'm not fighting him. Oh god, Majin Buu, he's way too strong. You can't fight him. No, 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 no. He's like, hey, Boo, you should, like, maybe go kill some Earthlings or something. And then Boo was like, and then he fired a human genocide ray from Kami's Lookout and killed 99.9% of the human population while he waited. And Piccolo is just like, oh, and that's all he does in the Boo Saga. He has no backbone. It's really depressing. Toriyama just wanted to make the funny. I mean, it was funny when Vegito beat the shit out of Boo as a chocolate ball. I'll give you that. But I just don't like what he did to Piccolo. It's like, imagine Vegeta, but Vegeta... Oh, God, Hina. Imagine Vegeta, but they completely removed Vegeta's confidence and ego. And just made him cry against every opponent that he fought, like he did with Frieza. Vegeta fought Frieza and cried because he realized he couldn't win. Imagine Vegeta did that for everyone. But no, that was Piccolo. Piccolo was just, I can't beat this guy. I'm not even going to try. He didn't even try. That's the worst part. He was just always like, I can't beat this guy. Can't beat this guy. Can't do it. I gotta live. I gotta live. I can't beat this guy. I think it's funny when Vegeta cries, though. Yeah, it's because Vegeta's an asshole. So when he gets bad things happen to him, you feel like he deserved it. And he kind of does. But he still has an insane amount of pride. It's funny because, like, even at the end of the Boo Saga, when he's watching Goku fight Kid Buu, he completely acknowledges to himself that, yes, Goku is stronger than him. Like, he accepts it. He accepts it. But, like, then Super... It doesn't stop his desire to be stronger. You see that in Super more than you see that in GT. GT, I don't know what he's doing. But, yeah, in Super, he doesn't fully mellow out. He does acknowledge that Goku's stronger than him, for sure. But in Super's case, he feels like, you know, he's not inferior necessarily. He still feels like he can still become stronger. He can still be stronger than Goku. He doesn't just accept his position. He's the legendary Super Saiyan. We can't stop him. Well, I mean, he turned purple, didn't he? And apparently Goku turned, Piccolo turned orange. And Gohan turned like silver, and he kind of looks like Super Saiyan 2 when he was a teenager. And by teenager, I mean 13 years old, because Teen Gohan is like 13. Probably even younger than that, to be honest with you. Because 7 years passed between the Cell Saga and the Boo Saga, and Gohan's a high school student, and Goten is a kid. Like, I don't think Teen Gohan is any older than 13 when he beat Cell, based on that information alone. You'd have to look at the timeline, though. After Vegeta win in the Gohan movie, Vegeta uses every chance he gets to remind it to Goku. Now, you know what's something I did appreciate about Vegeta? Is that, similar to Piccolo, in early Super, Vegeta was, like, very careful around Beerus. Like, he was afraid of upsetting Beerus because he acknowledged Beerus' strength. But then, in Battle of Z, Beerus, like, slapped Bulma. And Vegeta got really mad. Vegeta got really mad and attacked Beerus. No longer cared about anything other than getting back at Beerus for that. And it's like, well, at least he had a fucking backbone. Piccolo would have just been like, oh, just gonna stand here and watch. Can't do anything. Haha. Hit my wife. That's fine. Whatever pleases you. At least Vegeta had some fucking backbone there. Sure, he got his ass kicked immediately after doing it. But he did the same thing with Cell, remember? Like, when Cell ends up killing Trunks with that stray shot, like, Vegeta gets really pissed. Like, really pissed. And he runs at Cell and gets absolutely smacked. But even in those last moments, right at the end with the whole father-son Kamehameha bit, Vegeta uses the last of his energy to throw one more cheap shot at Cell, and it gives just enough of an opening for Gohan to push and beat Cell's Kamehameha. Like, he had some backbone there, which was great. Vegeta has his moments for sure. He's still an asshole through and through, but at least he cares sometimes, right? I don't know what this whole Orange Piccolo thing is, but from what I've seen, he looks like a fucking stupid idiot. He just looks like a Namekian, but, like, bulkier and orange. Like, why does he turn orange? Did he eat a Dragon Ball? Because he's the color of a Dragon Ball, right? I assume it has something to do with a Dragon Ball. Why did Gohan turn into, like, a silver dude? He was called, like, Beast Gohan, right? Because Gohan ascended Super Saiyan state with unlocked potential. That was supposed to go beyond Super Saiyan. But then, you know, Goku Super Saiyan God, and then Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and then Ultra Instinct and Royal Blue and whatever the fuck is going on. Like, Gohan got power crept. He ascended Super Saiyan, and then Super Saiyan ascended him, and then he turned fucking Beast Mode Paul, or whatever the fuck he's called. Like, what was that? Why did he look like that? Whole movie would just felt like an homage to previous things, because Gohan looks like Teen Gohan, and for some reason the main villain of that movie is like second form Cell but red. I don't know what that's about either. I never watched that movie. I just seen a couple pictures of the characters involved, and I was just thinking to myself, what is going on here? Great. He used the Dragon Ball to awake his power. What does that mean? Are you telling me that if you use the Dragon Balls and you ask Shenron to make you the strongest person in the entire universe, you just become the strongest? Like, what does that mean? Because at that point, why didn't anybody wish for that? Why did nobody just wish to be the strongest person in the entire universe? If Piccolo can wish for a transformation like that, but that transformation is gonna get beaten by literally any character who comes after him, like Granola. Who the fuck is Granola? I don't know. He's got a stupid name, but he's in the manga, and I think he's really fucking strong. But every character's really fucking strong. Even God at this point wouldn't be strong enough to defeat Goku. Power cliffing. He just wished to be the strongest? Then why did he turn to a fucking 3-foot tall ice fairy? Huh? Why did he turn big and orange? Doesn't work that way. Can you wish for more wishes? There are some wishes that Shenron cannot grant if they are not possible. He can't grant, he can't bring somebody back to life who is already alive, obviously. But he also can't bring back people to life who've already been wished back once. You need a different set of Dragon Balls for that. So if you die, you get one retry by the Dragon Balls. That's it. Although the Namekian Dragon Balls let you get around that, which is great. I don't know, man. And then there's the World Dragon Balls. You remember those? The ones that can grant, like, any wish? Are you telling me that did Piccolo use the World Dragon Balls? Dude, your connection is really bad. Alrighty then. Alright. Took longer to get into the game than the game lasted, but that's fine because I'll take my points and I'll go. Goodbye. Oh, see Tori. Haven't seen her in a while. When you use the World Dragon Balls, you need to be able to speak the ancient language of the gods. The World Dragon Balls are the size of, like, planets, by the way. But they can grant, like, any wish, anything you want. Which begs the question, who made those? Because the original Dragon Balls were made by the Namekians. But who made the World Dragon Balls? Oh, it's Terra Rose again. Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. By summoning the Dragon Balls, Piccolo wishes for the Dragon Shadow to enhance his dormant abilities the same way that Namekian Elder once did for Gohan or Krillin. It's fine, I don't actually care, I'm just being a shitter. Lag in Hina does not matter in the slightest. The game is still perfectly playable. So you're telling me that Gohan and Krillin got Namekian unlocked potential and they got nothing, but when Piccolo gets unlocked potential, he turns orange and becomes like super duper strong? Like how strong is Orange Piccolo? How strong is Orange Piccolo? If you had to like compare it, to a current form, like is he stronger than Super Saiyan 3? He's stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, so he's not stronger than Ultra Instinct. So you're telling me that this entire time Piccolo was capable of being stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, yet he didn't do a single fight in the Buu Saga. What's that about? You understand what you're saying? You're saying that he was stronger than, like, the strongest form this whole time. But he just couldn't do anything. Imagine if Piccolo unlocked Piccolo Orange, like, right out the gate. Like, he would have pulped Frieza. He would have pulped Cell. He would have pulped everybody. When does he turn red? When he turns red, he'll be super strong. Man, I'm so glad that Super Saiyan God is not used anymore. Super Saiyan God is so lame. Combine the 4 powers of Saiyan energy, and then Baba Booey, you have the God. God Key. And then immediately after the movie, they're like, check this shit out. So you remember that thing I did where I turned red? Well, now I can turn blue instead. And it's stronger than the red one. And Vegeta's like, I can do it too. And then Vegeta can do it too. So they can both go blue. How are Vegeta and Goku this strong? And then you have Broly, who's just naturally stronger than this form to begin with. Sometimes I think about Dragon Ball Z and it pisses me off. I think that's what it is. Sometimes it just pisses me off how everything has to be stronger than the last time, even if it doesn't really make any fucking sense. Like, oh, here's a new character. How strong are they? Stronger than whatever Goku was able to do last time. Okay, so what do they do to attain that strength? Because we see what Goku has gone through over and over and over again, so how is this new villain stronger than Goku? Because he got sad once, and he was like, I'm gonna get really strong now, and then he got really strong now. And it's like, what? I don't think that's how that works, but okay. I guess it just feels less believable every time Goku gets a new form to defeat the bad guy, and then he has to get a new form to defeat the bad guy after, because the new form that he got last time isn't enough for the current bad guy. But it doesn't make any sense. At what point can he go and punch God? Or Zeno, or whatever the fuck that kid's name is. What did you do to that barrel? The fuck was that about? Okay. Do you remember in the Goku Black arc where they kill Zamazenta fused? Sorry, Zamazu, not Zamazenta. And he's like, haha, but I wish for immortality, and now I'm wrapping my face around the entire universe laughing. Ha 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 ha. And then Goku presses the fun button, and it summons like the god of Destroy All World, and he's like, this place is very ugly. And he just like collapses. He literally destroys the entire world. And then now there's 2 of them in Goku's universe. And they hold the tournament. That was some grade A fucking nonsense, huh? Beerus will always be stronger than Goku. I don't believe that. Because that means Beerus is stronger than every bad guy. But then again, Beerus never raises his hand to help anyone, does he? What does it mean to be a god of destruction anyway? I never understood that. Beerus just decided, I'm gonna go destroy Earth, I guess. And then Earth was like, hey, could you not? And then they had great food, and he was like, alright, I'll keep your planet around because your food is great. But like, what is a god of destruction's role? Is it just to go and destroy planets because reasons? What is even the fucking purpose of them? God of destructions do destruction, Supreme Kai do creating. But the Supreme Kai are like fucking babies in terms of strength. The Supreme Kai is not strong at all. He's such a bad fighter. Like balance, but why does the entire Earth need to be destroyed? Why does everything need a global reset button? That doesn't even make sense. Like, we need to reset the entirety of Earth. Like, why? Well, that was certainly a match. I mean, God did it once. He flooded the entire planet except Noah and animals, and then he started it all anew. But, like, why does Beerus have to come to Earth and be like, and then everything's dead, and then Supreme Kais are like, oh, okay, bring it back now. But Beerus didn't do it, right? That's why Universe 7 had to participate in the Tournament of Power, because the universe is a mess. I guess that's true. But Beerus decided that the Earth wasn't going to get destroyed. But doesn't that go against his whole job? If he doesn't destroy the Earth, he's not doing his job. Doesn't he get, like, in trouble for that? But Weiss doesn't seem to care. I messed up. Oh, no. But why did he go to destroy Earth in the first place? Was it just because he didn't like it? Or because he was told to? Because if he was told to and then decided not to, then it's like, oh, okay. I guess he had a say in that. Or did he just do it because he felt like it? In which case, what the fuck, dude? It's fun for Xeno, so it is allowed. That fucking football-headed kid, dude. That stupid football-headed kid. Man's got like god-tier Flandre powers. He can literally just pop a universe out of existence. Which is insane because it's like, what's even the point of doing anything in the world? Trying to conquer the universe when there's a guy, a football-headed kid, can just be like, man, how about you fuck off? And then go pop, and then you're dead. Like, you can't do anything. He can just fucking eviscerate you with no effort. How do you create a character that can beat him? You can't, which means every villain is pointless. Because they'll never be able to defeat the football-headed kid, but the football-headed kid doesn't seem to care about fucking anything. So, whatever, let villains do whatever they want. The gods in Dragon Ball Z are some of the worst gods ever in the history of anything. They don't give a fuck about anything, man. Everything is for their amusement. They don't give a shit about any of, like, intelligent life at all. They just fucking play with everything with their supreme power. They're all awful people. Beerus is a stupid cat, but at least he's not a clown. That clown is very strange. I don't understand that guy. There's a god of destruction who's just a clown. Why? You can't just do that. What was he doing? He was born like that? Hell no, he wasn't. Good. He's no longer a god of destruction, though, is he? Top's a god of destruction now. He took the offer mid-tournament of power. So that means that Clown Man's been relieved, right? Because Top is his successor. Who knows what the Clown Man's doing now? We see him before he becomes a god of the manga, and he was still a clown. Why, though? That's why I don't understand. Why was he a clown? Why is he dressed like that? Chat, if you had to give an honest assessment, is Dragon Ball Super good? Be honest with me. Is it good? This isn't gonna go in, is it? Nope. What saga? I'm not talking about saga. I'm talking about the whole thing. I watched the entirety of Super, just so you know. I've watched all of it. Is it good? Or does it just live on the legacy that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z set up for it? There are so many issues in Super. So many issues. But there are some cool characters and there are some cool moments. I like Super. I do. I do like Super. But because of the nature of Dragon Ball Z, it has to continuously one-up itself, and it gets to a point where it's just confusing. Why is Hina dead? I have no idea what this means. Alright. Wait, didn't Frieza get a new form? Didn't he turn like Black Frieza or something? Like he trained his golden form and then he trained and it became like a new color or something like that. Okay. What was that about? Why he black now? The show was 2 movie recaps, 2 tournament arcs, and a future arc when you really break it down. There was one actual proper antagonist in the entirety of Super, and that was Goku Black. Frieza came back, and Beerus is not really... I mean, he is, but he's not. The Frieza. I mean, it's cool that Frieza came back, because Frieza's a great, fun character. So there's that. I don't think he's ever gonna be a good guy, but he does fight alongside for the sake of the universe. Fucking ringed out Jiren with Goku. Cheated him. They couldn't beat Jiren. Wow. See, I like the Cell Saga. I think the Cell Saga is a good range for the oh shit. The Cell Saga is a good range for power. Like, characters are strong, things aren't unbelievable, but it's also not, like, weird, I guess. You gotta give her a swishy. Good. Give her a little swishy. Can never stay Super Hina ranked, huh? I don't read the manga for Dragon Ball Super. See, I guess I wouldn't say Super's bad. I did watch it all after all. But there's something about Super that's weird. But at the same time, Super is like a decade after the original Z. And it's not like properly Toriyama, right, like, for it either. So there's that as well. You can feel the differences in it. But I wouldn't call it bad. It's Dragon Ball Z after all. Where the fuck is Hina? Where did you put Hina? Oh. You are a scum sucker. You know that? I can't see her. Oh man, that's cringe. Motherfucker kept fucking doing the invisibility. I couldn't see her. I couldn't win there. Unbelievable. What behavior? Yeah, I had to live up to Z. I know that. Again, I'm not saying it's bad. There's one character in particular, though, who kind of bothers me. And that's Hit. I think Hit's cool. What I don't like about Hit, maybe it was just a dub thing, but Hit makes a comment about how he can't just increase his power by screaming, and he has to rely on technique. But the thing is that Hit is just as big a fucking cheater as any other character who screams for power. Like, his ability is he can stop time for like a fraction of a second. But then as the fight progresses with Goku, he has to increase the amount of time that he can stop, like, the amount of time he can stop time for, and he can just do it. Like, if Hit's like, okay, I'll do half a second, it's not fast enough. Okay, I'll do 3/4 of a second. And he can literally just increase the amount of time that his time stop is active for, right then and there. And he just keeps increasing it and increasing it and increasing it. And it's like, how are you able to do that? After you just made a snide remark about how you have to fight with technique over power, you're over here just pushing the limits of your technique to the absolute brim. As it's needed. Just as it's needed. It's like, how is that any different from screaming to power up to reach a new form? You're cheating on the fly. So I didn't like that. I think Hit is cool though. But the fact that he could just be like, not long enough, okay, longer. Not long enough, okay, longer. Are you gonna shoot her or what? Lucky? Yo. Yo. He kept putting them down, but I don't know what they do. That's all I'm saying, chat. That's all I'm saying. Alright? It's just one of those things where he's real snippy about it, but that what he's doing ain't that much different. I was like, fuck that, man. Don't be claiming that. I know that Goku can scream and get stronger, I get that, but like, just because you're not screaming doesn't mean you're not arbitrarily getting stronger with no actual like effort put into it in the middle of the fight. Oh, tough luck, kid. Tough luck. Four keys streamer will never use. You don't know that. I might use them one day. There might be a new felt Hina emote I need. This guy's a dedicated Utsuho player. You can tell because he spent keys on an emote. Why are we on this fucking stage again? Goku Black is silly. So is Zamazu. Mostly because they don't make sense. Because Goku Black exists in Trunks' future. And what caused Goku Black was one of the Supreme Kais taking over Goku's body. But the reason that Supreme Kai took over Goku's body was because Goku was a very rude guest when he visited him. However, the only reason Goku ever visited him to begin with was because of the interaction he had with Goku Black originally. Wow. I won again. So it doesn't make sense because the whole reason Goku visited was because Goku Black existed, but the only reason Goku Black exists is because Goku visited. So the whole thing doesn't actually work at all. It makes no sense. I mean, like I said, that whole arc ends with Zamasu being like, haha, I can't die, and then fucking football-headed kid is like, okay, this is really weird. I guess I'm gonna, like, destroy the universe now. Yeah, technique, baby. Time travel people. Also, for some reason, Mai from Pilaf's gang is there. And there's, like, a love interest with, Trunks. Which is really weird because that, he has a crush. He has a crush on Mai as well, but Pilaf and the gang were shrunk down to, like, kids for some reason, like in a filler episode, and that stuck. So, like, he likes Mai, but Mai is, like, an adult, but she got turned to a kid. But then the Mai of Trunks' future is, like, actually Mai, so, like, what's going on there? Also, why are they just allowed to hang out with each other? Like, Pilaf and Mai and the dog all, like, they tried to kill Bulma and Goku many times, and now they just kind of hang out. Like, what the fuck? What happened to Pilaf? He was Emperor Pilaf, feared by all. Now he's just a blue jerk. Chat, we're gonna play 10 more games. 10 more games. Never told Trunks yet? Well, Trunks didn't show any form of affection to her until that arc. You wouldn't even know they were fucking around. At all. Hell, I'm sure some people didn't even know who Mai was. They just saw this character and they're like, who is this? It's from the original Dragon Ball, of course. Alright, that's one game that I have now lost. Fucking suit Turbo. The first big antagonist. Yeah, that was Emperor Pilaf. He was the main thing stopping Oolong and Bulma and Goku from finding the Dragon Balls. And then after that, became fighting, and then General Tao, whatever the fuck his name was. He showed up first, I think. Yeah. Was General Tao the first, like, I guess, not Pilaf, Pilaf is, the second main antagonist? Or was the Red Ribbon Army came first, didn't it? Like General Blue and whatnot? That's cringe. Yeah, I think, what happened was Goku went up to Kami's lookout, and there was a dude living down there, and he got killed. And so Goku went out to find the Dragon Ball so he could, like, revive his father. And, like, the last Dragon Ball was in the Red Ribbon Army base, so Goku just goes to the Red Ribbon Army base and fucking totals it and kills, like, everybody. Except Jiro, of course. And then after that, General Tao shows up. And he's trying to kill Goku, and then he dies. And then after that's the next Tenkaichi Budokai, which is where Tien shows up. Because his teacher is the brother of General Tao. And then General Tao comes back as a cyborg in the last tournament after Demon King Piccolo, because then Piccolo Jr. is born, and that's the last World Tournament, that's the last arc of Dragon Ball. But before that, when they were looking for the Dragon Ball, there was also the Baba Palace thing they did, where Yamcha beat the Invisible Man by covering him in red paint. And then Goku fought Devilman, and Devilman was like, haha, here's my special move. It's called Evil Beam, where it takes the evil inside of you and balloons it, and then you explode. And he uses it on Goku, and Goku's like, that didn't do anything. And Devilman was like, what? Huh? How are you not evil, child? And then he explodes. He tried to blow Goku up, but Goku was too good. That was part of the Red Ribbon Army? I don't think so. He was just an assassin hired to kill Goku, was he not? Because he killed General Blue, remember? He stuck his tongue in his temple. I remember that scene. It was very strange. I remember when Goku went up that fucking tower in the snow. He fought the 4 layers of bad guys. Don't remember who any of them were, but they were there. Yeah, he killed General Blue because he stuck his tongue in his temple and he just fucking killed him. I was like, what? Okay. But he came back in the last tournament and he fought, what do you call it? He fought Tien as Cyborg Tao, and Tien clobbered him. Killy was only printed on the back of his shirt. I mean, he's confident in his skills. You gotta give him that. Chad, I lost count. Was that game 4 or game 5? I'm gonna assume game 5. So now we're going to game 6. Game 6, game 6. Dragon Ball is more comedy than it is martial arts, for sure. Especially early on, but the martial arts stuff is pretty good. Tien's got all kinds of cool techniques that he never brings out again in Dragon Ball Z. In fact, Tien's barely a character in Dragon Ball Z, let's be real. Because he can split himself into 4, and he can also grow 4 arms, like Machamp. It's very weird. He also only lost to Tien because he got hit by a car. See, in the original Dragon Ball, Goku couldn't like fly without his without Nimbus. The cloud was how he flew. So him and Tien were falling, and whoever hit the ground first would be wrung out first. But he gets hit by a van, and it smacks him into the ground faster. So Tien wins because of that. It's just as stupid as it sounds. I promise. That is in fact how Goku loses a world tournament. Because some guy happened to be driving by and fucking totals into Goku. Amazing play. I made a mistake. There was one character. I forget his name. It was like, his name was like Gross or something. But, he was just gross. That was his character. Damn it. He was really gross, and Krillin had to fight him, and Krillin was like, this is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Like, he couldn't breathe because this guy just never showered ever, and he attacked with, like, boogers and shit. But then at the end, Krillin's like, they're like, Krillin, come on, you can beat him. You don't even have a nose. And Krillin was like, oh shit, you're right. I don't have a nose, so I can't actually smell him at all. And then Krillin beats the shit out of him because he's not deterred by his stinky stink. Because he doesn't have a fucking nose. Because Toriyama didn't draw him with a nose. And that's how he beat Big Mega Stink Lord. I was just like, what? That character was nasty. Absolutely disgusting. That's certainly one way to do it. This is real. I'm not making this up. I'm not a liar. This is match 8, chat. This is match 8. Alright, now we're going on to match 9. 2 more matches. 2 more matches. And we open the loot boxy. Come on. Come on. Come on. There's only 2 more. This is it. It'll all be over soon. Wow. It's over. Alright, last match. Final battle. Not good. Not good. Uh-oh. We've reached a problem. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good at all. I rolled over the fucking anchor. Well, that's it. You win some, you lose all. Take me to the shop, bitch. Take me to the shop. Legendary Boxy. Open the Boxy. Dangerous Girl. Cafe Cutie. Diose. Hack Ray 06. Puggies, Puggies, Puggies. Yeah. Yeah, the robot. It's the good stuff. 3 pieces to unlock. 1, 2, 3. Got it. I have Diose. Cafe Cutie. Yeah. Look at that. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 skins left. Alright, chat. I am the winner. And I now have a level 49 Jun. And my win ratio. I've won 2247. And I've lost 2087. Which makes me not that great. But this is what it means to be a low tier warrior. Still, I can't get any further. And 299 draws. My rank points, I can't get to the highest rank because when you lose at the second highest rank, you lose 250 points. And this game is not skill based. You can't keep it. You can't keep all those points, man. You can't do it. You lose 1, you lose it all. And you win 5, you don't even get it back. It's so rough. Anyway, chat, this has been your untimely Hina. Hope you enjoyed because I always like Hina. But yeah, it's good to get some Hina in. Maybe there'll be more. I'd like to wait for another update as I usually do, but there's always time for more Hina if I don't have anything else. Just, you know when to expect it, usually. It's when I don't have anything else planned.